deja vu. This ain't feeling right. Feel like deja vu. Know what to do. Should I let go of you? Deja vu. Don't wanna repeat of your love. I've had enough. Don't wanna repeat. You better prove to me tonight. Cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feel like it's feeling like deja vu. This ain't feeling right. Cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feel like it's feeling like deja vu. Know what to do. Should I let go?
Got you. Sorry, Charles.
Which one are you showing us in? Okay. All right.
That's okay.
Hello, hello. Huh?
Go ahead.
Hello. Welcome to LDM Network Out in the Open. Our first show of 2022. Frankie Ortega.
Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year.
Oh my God! Look, sorry with the tech issues, honey. This is the first time we're doing it here at my house.
And it's a tragic mess.
Yes, it is. Honey,
You know what? Let me say, COVID has made a mess of everything. So all our fans out there, please, we express our deepest apologies for our late start here, and there may be some technical difficulties tonight. First, I want to know, where's your cell phone?
it's right there.
Okay. So we cannot. So tonight we cannot see the questions or the messages because I need my phone for my notes, so I cannot watch the questions. But maybe our producer will feed us the questions as we go forward. But anyway, welcome back.
Yes, and it was only from my house. I'm happy.
You're from 2022. 2022. Bitch is old. You old.
I'm an old bitch, honey.
Old bitch.
I'm an old freaking bitch, honey.
Years ago, there was a movie. It was a scientific film. I don't really like science. I love science. I'm not much on scientific films, but there was a film. It's titled 2020 or 2022, and I think I read even like 10 years ago this article where they're like, oh, in 2022, it's like, what? Why aren't we flying in cars like the Jetsons and having like robotic maids and etc.? I mean, we do have some of that stuff if you're like really super rich. But we're in 2022 and we're still having to go and wash clothes in the laundromat. Like, why don't we have self-washing clothes or something?
I understand.
But we don't have that. But baby, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
We had an amazing closing show last year, right?
Yes, we did.
It was wonderful. I knew tonight, that because of the COVID, we couldn't be in the actual studio.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was so upset about that. But I'm like, Whoopi Goldberg is now back on Zoom with all the View people. I love the View. So I'm like, hey, me, Apple, we on the View.
She's on the Zoom
They're
again?
on the Zoom too.
Oh
so you know what? We're all together. We're all doing what we need to do to be, cautious and responsible and respectful. So we're here now. And I knew that I didn't want to do this. I was like, I will not love this from home. And I'm so grateful Apple. Yeah, baby, come over.
We're here.
So I'm here. Right in your beautiful, amazing.
Well, this is
her condo.
No, well, this is honestly. Well, what happened in my apartment was that, I had surgery December 2018, right? 2019, 2 months later, I caught pneumonia. After that, the pandemic hit. But when the pandemic hit, I was recovering from 2 injuries that I didn't know I had. So I couldn't do anything in my apartment. If I do something, I'm already like withered out. So I decided, since my neighbor from Hill moved out, to turn my bedroom back into a bedroom, and I'm gonna turn my living room into a storage room. So this is a storage.
I am not, oh crap. I'm trying to like.
So my living room now looks like a storage room, and so I could afford a storage room and put everything in storage. So but I'm not ashamed by it, honey. Everything that's here is for my events. Oh, what's that? Who's that?
No, I just feel like.
Could you hear us really good?
That's fine. We're me. I feel like I want to respect the people that are watching. Elfie is watching live from Portchester. Well, she's in Hunts Point now.
Oh, she is.
She's an upscale hoe. Mm-hmm. So she's in Hunts Point. But Donna Gary, wow, we love you. You're beautiful as well.
Should I put that?
No, I'm putting it. I have it right here.
Okay, like that.
But like
I'm blind as a bat.
I'm gonna toggle toggle means go back and forth for the
Okay.
notes and stuff. But what did you do for New Year's?
I was home with my pussies.
You know, I never want to be anywhere pussy. I don't be anywhere pussy. Nunca, nunca. Wait, we're PG-13. Sorry.
Is that a beep, a bleep, whatever that
It
is?
was.
Honey, that sounded so cunt.
So yeah, so okay, so you're home with your ill nana, you know, because
Yes,
that
yes.
stuff's kind of ill. Thank you. We sound
Mhm.
great. Thank you, Alfie, for confirming that.
Thank you. I don't know.
It's okay. But so for New Year's, I told you I actually went out.
Yes, you did.
And it was probably my second New Year's in New York City,
Okay.
and I was so excited, and I got to hang out with one of my dearest friends, Alfie.
Mhm.
And but I tell you this, when he had proposed to me, I'm hearing my feedback.
I'm hearing feedback.
No, I didn't want it on my phone. Anyway,
Okay.
proposed going to the Monster.
Yes.
I'm not going to the Monster.
Mhm.
The Monster, we love you. I never want you to go away.
It's
You're
like
iconic. But I just like, for me, it's like the only people I go there now, and we're all entitled and we're valid to go out and party if you feel it in your heart. But it's just like, I guess, you know, in myself, I don't want to see myself 70 and in a Monster on an oxygen tank or a walker with my home health aid.
But were you hanging out on the
Wait.
top floor?
You know, bottom and top, it's the same difference.
Oh,
With my home health aid, and that is like when I go to the Monster, like it's just like it's a reminder of like things that are yet to be.
It's me in 10 years.
Things that are yet to be, Scrooge. Like I just don't want to. I just like it's just I mean I don't want that for me. You know, if you want that for you, God bless you. But so I went to the Monster. I mean, there were literally like 20 people there. I met some beautiful new drag queens. I met Cherry Poppins for the first time. She was amazing.
What is that?
I don't know. And I met another young lady that I can't forget her name. I don't remember her name right now, but she was incredible. But I tell you this, Apple,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
world has changed.
Yes.
Can I tell you? I was almost football tackled. I was almost football tackled by security because I was taking a video of the Go-Go Boys.
¿Qué?
Yo, no, this is ridiculous. Like now, like being politically correct, like in the club, you need like a permission slip or a non-disclosure agreement, NDA agreement, to take videos of the Go-Go Boys.
I didn't know that.
No, it's true. And even the DJ told me, it's like, because now it's like, oh, you know, they might be straight guys, you know,
Yes.
dancing here. But you know what? Don't be doing it. I don't care. Don't be doing it. If you have shame in your game, don't be mother effing doing it. Don't have shame in your game. I'm sorry. Everything is out there. And if you're gonna be a big punani, don't do it. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I paid $25 and you're gonna like and
You paid $25 to enter Monster?
I did.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I mean, it was New Year's. Well, 20. I think 20. No, sorry, 20. I was on a list, darling. I got a 5% discount. You know, I was on the senior citizen discount.
I was about to say.
The senior citizen discount. So $20. But thank you, our viewers, Ricky.
I can't see.
So Fifi Dubois, she was one of the people posting the front of
the door.
The check-in. Sorry,
Okay.
but that nonsense. You can't take pictures and videos with the go-go dancers now.
I used to do that all the time.
You know what, Monster? I will not be frequenting you. First of all, I wasn't going because unless you have some, like I said, if you're geriatric and you have a home health aide with you, that's your whole population of your whole top and bottom floor. So it's not what I'm looking for. So I don't want to go with it for that. But now I can't take a picture without. I was told like the Men in Black from like the government, delete that photo, delete that video.
Oh, for real?
I said, relax. I did nothing. Relax. So, you know,
Scandalous.
I know, Donna, it's crazy. So I'm just like, you know what, whatever. Like, this world is getting too sensitive. And it's just like, you know what? People who are too sensitive, it's a beautiful thing to be sensitive. Let's clarify. But too much of anything is not great. So if we're gonna move in this society, this world
Mhm.
of being too sensitive, going to be so destructive. So destructive. But I tell you this too, and people can blame it on COVID. I don't think it was COVID, but it was the most boring, uneventful. I will never do it again. Well, I'll say not say never, but I will
You'll go
not.
when I have a show.
I will not break my back unless it's for him. But I will not break my back to stay in New Year's for New York City. Like, get out of here. It's a mess. It's stupid. It's not stupid, but like people who say, "Oh, I've never been to New York City for New Year's. I want to go." Everything should be experienced, but just know like you can make the most amazing thing with whatever you got wherever you are. You don't have to come here. Yes, the world is tripping.
So I have to defend the people from Shady Pines, the over 65-year-olds, because the Monster is known for the happy hour, and a lot of the elder LGBT, they don't go to the other clubs. They like to go to the Monster for happy hour because they feel comfortable. Then they'll stay. But you know, I'm just defending them because I need something in 10 years to go to a place to go. I'm not retiring.
And let me say this. We love everybody. I get it. I just knew that
he just wanted to see men.
I just knew at my level in life that the Monster wasn't my demographic I wanted to go to, because it's like I knew that like it wasn't what I was looking for. So
I get you.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be out there because you're from Shady Pines. But I just like I knew that it wasn't the place I wanted to be. I actually wanted to be a Club Identity.
Where's that at?
Excuse you?
Excuse.
Wait, don't drink on her.
No, I wasn't being shady. I was not being shady. For a second, I had
give her house mothers of New York. Don't drink on you.
Sorry, I just had a little brain fart right there. I forgot what it was, but then I remember. Wait a minute, that's Kelly Kaboom's place.
It is Kelly Kaboom's place. So I wanted to go there because I knew like a lot of Papi Chulos will be there.
You also went there too?
No, I wanted to go, but I tell you, the only reason why I didn't go is because I know on New Year's that a cab would charge you triple the amount to get back and forth. And even though Identity's not far from me, my friends who I went out with, like they would have maybe have to travel farther. So I didn't do it.
Oh Lord.
But can I just say this? I won't go into detail, but my New Year's was eventful. Like I had a DJ call me up and send me an Uber for some fun, which was offline topic. And I totally like I went out with one of my sisters who 2 days later she said, "Girl, you look like Baby Jane with your foundation." I'm like, "Bitch, like you didn't even tell me. Like tell me."
Oh, that's
and this
funny.
girl has the most reckless mouth, and she wouldn't even tell me that night before we even got to Monster.
Was that Ricky?
No names.
Ricky.
Wait. No.
Love you, Ricky. Joking.
But I got back later because I tried to save my good. I'm a good friend. I'm an amazing friend. I saved my girlfriend from a homeless man with a 2x4.
Oh no!
And know how I saved her? I drug her and threw her. We fell down MTA steps. True story. I had to dive and throw us down some MTA steps just to save her. See, I have mad love. She's mad love for me because you know what? If you have friends that you love and there's something that's off, don't be afraid to tell them, because that's why we have friends. That's what friends are for. You know, that's what we need. Like, tell us. And I wish you would have told me that before we went out that I was looking like Baby Jane a little bit. Because my mother, my mother had bought me this makeup. This is true. My mother bought me this makeup for Christmas. And no, it's true. And it was called War Paint. And it was a war. Like it was a war between my eyebrows and my face foundation. And it wasn't a foundation, it was like a tinted moisturizer.
They used it on funeral homes?
No, but the point was the eyebrow filling I brought was black. Oh. And my eyebrows aren't black necessarily. So no. The contrast between my eyebrows and my foundation was stark. So it was like, what? You know, it's like when they turn the club lights on, like ooh, you know. And so that was a thing. But I love that my friend told me that. I'm mad at her because she felt afraid, and usually her mouth is reckless and she'll say anything.
Of course.
But I love her for saying that. But
she waited like 2 hours later.
But true story.
How many hours did she wait to tell you?
2 days. But I tell you,
bitch.
True. I know. Right? True story. My
Oh,
my
why?
whole hip is bruised right
Oh
now
no, because you fell
because
down the stairs.
no, I was trying to save her though. I grabbed
Was that
her.
a trick that was going after her?
I don't know, but I just no, it was a homeless
Oh,
man.
okay.
And I threw us down the steps. And then she got up and she flipped her hair and said, "How dare you throw me down the steps?" And she walked away.
When you look like Baby J.
I like Baby Jane. I like Baby Jane.
That was funny.
It's true. True story.
Oh
So
my god.
that part of New Year's was freaking
That is
amazing.
funny.
But I love it. I love it. And I love my friends so dearly.
That is funny though.
I know. I love it.
That's hysterical.
So that was my New Year's. That was my New Year's.
I'm hearing backgrounds. I don't know what.
I'm sorry. So what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg. When the
Yes.
producer's saying stuff, she's like, "And what's how you?" So producer, say that again. I hear you.
Producer, speak. You were saying something. We didn't hear you. Producer.
Okay, maybe he wasn't talking to us. But
Wait,
anyway,
he's talking again.
yeah. I'm looking at this.
But
I mean, absolutely. You know what? I feel like, you know what? Truthfully, like I'm a person for New Year's.
Mhm.
I'd rather be cuddled up at home with myself or somebody. Like it's fine, but if I can go out, but I tell you, as I move through life, and I'll be 45 next year.
Mhm.
It's just like for New Year's, I want to be on a beach somewhere. I don't want to be here in the cold.
Some
I
tropical,
do,
yeah,
yeah.
that'll be fun.
Like I just want to be somewhere in the beach. I don't really care to be here too much. I mean, if I am here, I'm glad, I'm happy. I mean, more importantly, I would love to be with my family.
Yeah, of course.
So hopefully someone from my family can come with me.
Mhm.
But for Christmas, I want to be with my family.
Mhm.
But New Year's, like let me be
something
somewhere.
You know,
Let me be
this
somewhere.
is true. I'm happy that Frankie O'Day had his first lesbian experience for 2022. I'm happy you had a good time.
What was lesbian experience?
No, I don't know. I thought it was.
No. But I actually Apple we had discussed this week. So one of the things I want to talk about on the show this week is about RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh yes.
So the new season started last Friday.
It did?
Right?
I thought it was on the 7th.
Oh, so maybe it's this Friday. Excuse me. So this Friday the 7th. Pardon me. Yeah, this Friday the 7th. So three was yesterday. 4. Okay, so this Friday the 7th. Pardon me. And RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm like, who said Drag Race? That's like Donald Duck Drag Race. Somebody. But RuPaul's Drag Race has been like amazing since the beginning. But more amazingly is the history that we have because back when it was possible, you were hosting.
Yeah, when I had cable.
The live shows at your for your friends,
of course.
at her apartment every year. So
I plan to do it again.
A group of friends would come and tell the viewers what happened.
It was a very intimate gathering. I called it my VIP Drag Race Green Party, and everybody that came were from the entertainment business, either behind the scenes people or actors.
Rob V, Nova Phillips.
It was amazing. But then I disconnected my cable several years ago. And I was like, you know something, I miss having cable, so I'm gonna work on that in 2022.
Well, anyway, but the reason I bring this show up is because in recent years, as like society is evolving, and we're being even more politically perfect, which perfect is a bad thing to be, or strive for, not bad, but strive for perfect. It's RuPaul's Drag Race has been the cornerstone in our community of backlash for inclusivity.
Yes.
So inclusivity is basically including everybody in terms of the competition. Enrique said you look slim and fabulous.
Oh, you look slim?
No, you.
Thank you.
It's camouflage.
Yeah, it's all mirrors.
It's her neck. It's her neck,
all
darling.
mirrors.
But anyway,
smoking mirrors.
But inclusivity.
Thank you, darling.
Inclusivity means like including everybody. So this is a topic that I think is very interesting because where does inclusion end in terms of like when there's a group or there's a club or there's something that has been denoted like male, female
Mhm.
over the years and whatnot. So when we talk about the RuPaul Drag Race,
Mhm.
this is not new for them. But like it first started, and I feel like, and I didn't look this up. Maybe one of our viewers can chime in.
Mhm.
But like, when they talk about inclusion, like so, as we know it.
He didn't want
Well, let's let's
trans in
let,
it.
let's start with the beginning.
Okay.
So RuPaul's Drag Race was based on drag queen, right?
Yes,
Drag
all
queen.
drag queens only.
So what we have known to this point about drag is really, the definition is a man impersonating a woman for entertainment.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And people correct me here because I may be off by some things. But
Well, I'm an old
it's,
school, so
it's a lot.
I could let
Okay.
you know.
So so that's how drag race started.
Yes.
But over the years, now we've seen we've seen transgender and trans.
Yes.
And even and I'll get to it in a moment, but have now vied for a space in the competition with the show.
Mm-hmm.
So that has really flipped the rustled the feathers, so to speak, because drag, like I said, like was a man impersonating a woman for entertainment.
Mhm.
But now we have transgender, and so transgender, for our viewers out there, transgender is, the definition is like any person who feels as though their physical body is not the gender that they feel they are. So it could be a man that says like, oh, this man body, I feel a female, and vice versa.
Yes.
For women, and yeah. So Elfie, thank you, for that there. So this is a great conversation because it's so complex and it's so layered. So Ricky said, inclusion ends with cisgendered heterosexual white men at birth. So this is where I tend to get sensitive about, because I feel like if we're inclusive, let's be inclusive. Why should it end? Because we may have personal like traumas or wounds regarding a certain racial demographic, so to speak.
Yes.
And so although I'm sensitive, I understand that, but I just feel like if we're going to be inclusive, let's not make justifications because of our personal wounds or personal or history. If we're going to be inclusive, it has to be inclusive 100.
Yes.
We cannot cut corners. And regardless, so getting back to the story here, so you've been doing drag since
1800.
Yeah, the 1800. I like it. And so
I was a club kid in the 1980s, and then when I moved to South Beach, I was doing drag in the early 90s, and the rest is history. I used to do
you can
gender
speak.
bender. I used to do gender bender drag. Have you ever?
So explain gender bender to the.
Well, we used to call it gender bender. I used to dress up with high heels, Speedo underwears, and a military jacket and spiky hair. So I used to bend it a little bit. So that's what I used to do that a lot at all the events.
Yeah.
And that got me known. And then I started doing drag in 1990.
Oh, so say it again. I missed it. Gender bender is what?
Gender bender. Well, now it's different names.
But I know, of course.
Gender bender is when a guy, like for example, someone like you, that you just put on heels. And put on that like a masculine jacket.
So would that be more like it's so difficult because I still try to wrap my head around all the terms. But it's just like if
like a club kid.
So today they probably would say that's queer. I don't know.
No. That's another name for that they use. They use it in Denver, Colorado. I just can't think.
Okay,
of it
so if anybody knows what that means, like if you're just a guy that puts on some heels, which I did that for the thank you party.
Yes, you did.
I did it for the thank you party. So I think so. Ricky says it's gender queer non-conforming, which is called today.
Okay.
So thank you, Ricky, for that.
We need to go to school to learn all these new terms.
Do you know what?
We should do a show about that.
Well, we're doing it right now.
No, but like a specific show.
I know, but we're doing a lot of it right now. so going back to the show, RuPaul Drag Race.
Yes.
So it's faced a lot of backlash,
It did in the past.
because no, still today.
Okay.
But inclusivity. So one of their first transgender competitors was the most amazing, beautiful, wonderful person that I just love so much. But Peppermint.
Oh no, I thought you got me confused right there. I thought you was talking about Got Milk. She's a transgender man.
But she's transsexual.
She's
I know. So this is the thing. I get it. Learning. So transgender was Peppermint. That's what I read. And she may be transsexual now. I don't quote me, but I'm saying they listed her as the first transgender competitor.
Oh, they did?
And
I don't
transgender
remember that.
is someone who feels the opposite sex, but they don't want to change their physical appearance.
Well, Carmen Carrera was the same way. She was denying it.
No, so that's
She denied them to the
that's
end.
the part that like I read today. They didn't even include her, and she was before Peppermint, right?
Of course, but she was denying that she was transgender, and then once she left the show, she made a big campaign about that RuPaul should let transgender people compete at the show. And then after many years of now he does it. Now he allows it. But Carmen Carrera was the first that was like denying it. Sonique competed and won All Stars. Another transgender with titties.
Okay, so as we're talking here, and I tread lightly because I want to be respectful, and I also want to sound educated on this, and it's a very complex topic. Topic. So one of our viewers has chimed in, Ricky Velez, and says that transsexual was a 90s term. So so now I'm confused because what is it now? Like, what is it now?
Trans woman, trans man.
I mean,
trans male.
I have friends that say, some good friends that say, so I know more. I've only been in more experience with women who have trans. So some of my closest friends have said, I'm a woman of trans experience.
Yes, they use that a lot too.
They say that. Velez confirmed personal trans experience.
Yes.
So anyway, so thank you for that. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, because the respect to the trans community starts with us, with the LGBT, because if we use the correct words and pronouns, then mainstream will.
But let's be honest, some of us don't even know who the 12th president of the country was. So take a seat a little bit. Take a seat a little bit. We'll call you Laquanda and Mwanda and we'll call you what's oh my god what's Michael Jackson's son's name? His son's name?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, Pyramid, Blind.
Oh no, Blanket.
Blanket. We'll call you Blanket. Like, I may not call you personal trans experience, but I'll call you Blanket. Like, I need one little thing. I can't have phrases. Like, you'll be Blanket.
Like, I need to educate myself as someone that's reaching 60. Well, not yet, but soon, like in 2 years. I need to re-educate myself with the terms because everybody's so sensitive these days. We're survivors. If I make a mistake with a pronoun, deal with it. I'm a survivor. I fought for rights that the community is enjoying right
now. Can I get a pound on that?
You know what I'm saying? So if I make a mistake with a pronoun, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I fought for the rights that many of you are enjoying right now, especially those that are married.
No, exactly. But I just, so going back to this show still,
yeah.
So Carmen Carrera was not. Thank you, Ricky, for the Google, Zachary Taylor. The 12th president, Zachary Taylor.
He Googled it.
So the thing is, it's just like, I'm getting at is like, so Carmen Carrera, that was the first thing. I'm sorry, is it Carmen Carrera?
Carmen Carrera, yes.
Okay, so internet, shame on you. You did not give her credit because she was the first before Peppermint.
But she was denying that she was, though. Even though she had the body, she was.
But regardless,
she was beautiful.
But regardless,
you see her now.
Yeah, regardless of name, she was the first there, and she probably denied it because we live in a world where you have to deny a lot of ourselves, to navigate through these structures. So I give it up to that.
You know who she looks like? She reminds me of Daisy Fuentes. She's beautiful.
So, Alfie, we cannot go through gender identity terms. Relax. So
I can't see nothing.
I love him, but he gave a link. So Peppermint was the first transgender competitor. Okay.
But was she labeled on the show as transgender when she was there? I don't remember that.
Well, honey, do
No,
your
no, no, no,
research.
no, no. The thing is that once you know that I hosted the shows in my house,
But I want to move
but I don't.
past that.
But wait, but I don't remember her being labeled on the show as transgender. I don't remember.
I don't
that.
know what that is, but that's just what I'm telling you was said today.
Okay.
Also, yes, you're correct. Probably the people who got the most recognition for being out trans were Got Milk.
Yeah, she
Got Milk.
She was
right?
the first that was promoted as, and then Sonique Love was the one that won All Stars, the first.
All right,
transgender.
honey knows. Okay, I was making notes. Okay, so yeah, so thank you. Yeah, so
Oh, it said it there.
well, no, I was making a couple. So
Okay.
Peppermint was the first transgender woman to compete in season 9. Got Milk was out trans in season 13, and Kylie Sonique was the first trans winner.
Yes.
Not on RuPaul's Drag Race, but on RuPaul's All Star.
That's what I just said.
I didn't hear. Did y'all hear All Star?
I said that.
Can y'all confirm All Star?
Rewind the video.
Play it back, honey.
And I'm sorry, but Carmen Carrera was the before Got Milk. Carmen Carrera was the one that was like, when you saw her, you said that's a trans woman, but she was like, I said she was denying it. She was not accepting it.
Well, you know what?
But in my eyes,
I
saw a trans woman.
And my speak on that is just like, you know what? We live in a world where things are not accepted, and it's hard to navigate through a system that doesn't accept you or give you the resource or give you the support you need. So at the moment that she did that, that was prior to a lot of the hardcore movements that are really coming through now.
And
you know, it's just like a lot of times I learned years ago, like, we don't want to have to like deny who we are, but sometimes you have to like scale back and you have to play the part just to get through the door, you know? And someone like Carmen Carrera, you know, who you said she denied who she was at that point, she had to. I don't know her story all that, but if it wasn't at that moment that someone like Peppermint or Got Milk or Kylie Sonique had seen her on that show, they're like, oh no, when I come through, I'm gonna kick the door down, you know. But it always takes someone to break through. Like, I broke through my mother's placenta, her walls,
and she's still suffering.
And that's why my brothers are here, because they could they would have never got here if I didn't break down the walls. I was like, kick it, I'm out, you know. But yeah, so why I bring up all these subjects, you know, or this topic is like with RuPaul.
Yeah.
It's just like, here we go, like LGBT community, and we are an ever-growing pronoun, ever-growing I don't know the word, but like just growing the letters LGBT.
And now we have
LGBTQ,
the pronoun police now. The pronoun police that are policing everything.
But the show here, what are your thoughts, you know, about when it comes to RuPaul's Drag Race? And so what I didn't share earlier, you know, we had trans come through, right? And what we learn now is that a person with trans experience is an individual who changes their physical body to be, you know, the sex that they feel they are,
exactly.
like, you know, like female or male, so to speak, you know, because we have non-binary too, who don't co-sign to any gender. But what we've known drag over the years, as I said earlier, was a man impersonating a female for entertainment.
Yes.
Now we introduce inclusivity, you know, or inclusion, and we have. I'm going to go back over here to. Well, before I go back, I don't go back for, but so this year too, on season 14, there are 2 people, Black trans experienced women, and they are Carrie Colby and Cornbread the Snack Jate from LA. So, you know, two women of color, trans experience, Black women, trans experience, who will be competing.
They got titties. They got breasts.
I don't know that yet, but then again,
because you don't have to be.
Then
trans.
Again, you probably don't need breasts to
exactly.
be. So
you could label yourself as a trans,
you know,
a woman of trans experience without having titties. I know many in our community like that. You know, you don't have to have titties to feel like you're trans. You know, that's what I've seen. My long life have seen all over the United States.
Enrique, I don't have time tonight to address that, but next week I will. And besides, it's a different it's a different show from this here. I do hear you and I respect it. And it's something I probably like feel myself.
Mhm.
But I'll address it next week I want to stay on our show, our topic. But
Yeah.
I heard you, I see it, and I'll make a note. Um,
Remind me so I can
but the
remember.
RuPaul's Drag Race. So now this year in season 14,
Mhm.
when we like even expand, more inclusion is ever growing,
Mhm.
and even we're telling you like, and you self-identify as a gay man, right?
Mhm.
Right? Correct?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
So me too. So so the
I'm a
point
butch man.
so the point is, it's like even as we sit here and we're middle-aged people, it's like we're still trying to like get our heads wrapped around these pronouns and these inclusions and what it means to be like a personal trans experience, transgender, trans
Mhm.
like whatever. So now this and so as we're doing it, you can think like so. And why I mention that is because we have also a heterosexual audience,
Yes.
and a part of our show is trying to bridge, the bridge between understanding between us and them to show
Mhm.
us like we're not that unalike, right? So what I'm saying is like when the heterosexual community is like condemned, for not knowing or etc. We're equally as guilty.
Mhm.
It's challenging.
Mhm.
So here we have RuPaul's show, inclusivity. They
Mhm.
have, people of trans experience, person trans
Yes.
experience, transgender also, because there's a
Mhm.
clear difference.
Yes.
But this year, the show has gone even further that they have included their first cisgender straight male. So cisgender in itself means someone who identifies with the body they were born in, right?
Heterosexual.
That is not clear because I think like you can be cisgender and be gay,
Okay.
heterosexual, but you like the physical body that you're born in. So cisgender just means you are okay with the physical body you're born
Well, like
in.
me, I love being who I am. Then
So
I just
you're
dress up.
cisgender heterosexual, I guess.
Yeah.
I think someone maybe correct me.
Heterosexual means straight. In other
Not
words,
heterosexual.
of
Oh,
course.
I think. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, listen. I'm nearing my 60, honey. He's telling me things that I'm like,
No, I am too. So here we are with RuPaul Drag Race
what you
today,
drinking?
and we have this cisgender straight male,
Yeah.
and I say her because
Yeah,
as
yeah, of
drag
course.
they say
We
her,
give them the respect.
and I read in an article,
Yes.
Her name is Moody Morphosis,
Moody Morphosis. Sounds familiar.
and she's from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the quotes that she gave was the reason she went into drag is because she wanted to um ex, I want to quote it right here.
Okay.
If I can, I want to say it correctly. But one of the things was Carrie Colby, Cornbread. No, that's not that. Here so she went into drag 5 years ago,
Mm.
which anyway, I love so. But anyway, she went to drag 5 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
she said it because it was a safe space for me to explore my own gender identity.
Okay.
The people I met and the experiences I had helped me understand more about my gender and sexuality.
Okay.
So this is something that's interesting to me, and I want to expand on that because after I don't may repeat it. So as a person of drag, from the days, when
Yeah,
we
yeah,
know it
yeah.
as like a man person in entertainment.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your thoughts on now as having a straight cisgendered male compete in drag?
That doesn't surprise me because back in the day, that's how it was. There are cultures that they had um heterosexual straight men portraying female parts. Back in the day, if you do your research, you'll find it, especially in the Asian community.
Well, I heard, just to add to that, I was reading too that like dressing of the opposite gender has been a form of religious reasons in other
Of course.
cultures. So men have dressed as women for religious purposes also.
Yeah, because they cannot be within the same room with a female, with a biological female. So the men were playing female roles in order for them to do a play or stuff like that.
yeah.
So that's how it was, like back in the day, in the dinosaur days.
So and so even with like having a cisgendered male in the competition, it's something to like to ponder on because you're first you're like,
Mhm.
well, this is our thing, this is the LGBT community, this is our thing,
Mhm.
and so to welcome a straight person in, I think like no, we shouldn't have a problem with it. Because I think like earlier when one of our audience has said, oh, WASP people or white people, they should have been included. I think we would be also just as um hypocritical
Mhm.
if we're like we've known what it has been to be oppressed
Mhm.
and excluded and not
Yes.
included. So and someone who has been is a part someone who is we deem like they're a part of
Mhm.
the community that oppresses us or has prejudice towards us. If we don't allow them to come in, aren't we doing the same thing against them?
Listen, I don't know
Aren't we doing the same
because
thing against them?
I think about myself, about who I am. I'm a very inclusive person at my events and everything. So I don't think that
But take
way.
it out
I
from
really
you.
don't. I don't think that
We
way at
know you,
all.
but I'm saying, what do you think? What I just
I
said.
don't see nothing wrong with someone from a different race or gender that wants to be part of something. Oh, what happened there?
It doesn't matter. Leave it
Wait,
alone.
wait, wait, wait,
There's no
wait. No, no, no. I
time.
got it. Don't worry, I got it. Oh Lord. Yeah. So no, I have no problems with it. No problems at all. No problems at all.
Okay.
No
Okay.
problems at all. Listen, at my events, I had straight people dressed in drag. The other drags didn't even know because I didn't even tell them. I have butch lesbians dressed as a female performing on stage, and you go, "Oh my God, look at that beautiful woman!" But that woman right there, she calls herself a bull dyke, which is one of those rough. But when she dresses up, you think she's a feminine woman, but she does that just for performance. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Mhm.
seen it all. Nothing surprises me at all.
And that's great, but at the same token, this is something where like the masses need to understand differently.
Hmm.
Like drag is not no longer just a man impersonating a woman for
Hmm.
entertainment.
Hmm.
Drag is I guess it's just drag,
Drag is
drag is just
listen.
drag.
Drag is art. What you see on stage is art. Whether you like it or not, it's art. Okay, so that's how I see it. Drag is art.
And that means the most coming from you because you are the drag, so I mean it's important, like,
Whether you like me or not.
your feedback, your feedback, your feedback. But I think it's interesting, I was looking at like what he said and what she said, the drag queen, about exploring their own gender identity. And I have to watch more to watch the show. I mean, this may be just a gay man who just is not ready to come out as well.
Hmm.
Um, and also, I feel like a part of me wants to watch this because I don't want some straight person capitalizing and bastardizing what we do generally to capitalize on some 15 minutes of fame. Oh, I'm a straight man. Like, like I watched this show, Different Strokes, old sitcom. And there was a lot, there where like Kimberly, the sister, wanted to be in the boy groups. And so her brother was like, okay, well, since
Hmm.
you want to be in the boy groups, I'm gonna compete in the Miss something
I
something,
get you. I
whatever.
hear you.
So he joined like a traditionally like female competition.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so here was like he did it for fun and just to antagonize her sister. So I just wanted to watch this and make sure, like, this Maddie Morphosis isn't doing that. And she's genuinely like doing it because she loves drag. She respects
Hmm.
the art, and she respects our community. And she's doing it on the sole purpose is like
Yes.
opening our eyes with Apple said, what, all inclusive. Well, even when one of our viewers said, is that drag is a character that is taken on by anyone.
Hmm.
So I hope that this is a person that generally like is about that and
Hmm.
is not taking this 15 minutes so they come in and say, oh, I'm a straight man, I'm doing drag, and to make like, a circus out
Hmm.
of what is a true art form for all
Yes,
of
and you have
us.
to understand that ever since RuPaul Drag Race took off, once they left the gay channel logo, once they left logo and they went to VH1 and Paramount Plus, RuPaul skyrocketed now. So now they're on mainstream. People that never seen drag shows before are seeing it. It's motivating people who are artists that are not gay but they want to try it out. So, bravos to you, RuPaul. He's making that money.
And bravo's the logo because all people have to start somewhere. And bravo's the logo for coming
Mhm.
out and breaking down barriers and offering opportunities because that may not have happened if logo wasn't there, you know. And
Mhm.
hopefully we all have someplace we start and
Exactly.
we elevate and we get more success somewhere.
Mhm.
But I just thought that was interesting this week. I was like, okay, we had our, we have the straight community wants to do drag, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's
Mhm.
interesting, and I
Mhm.
haven't watched the show in a number of years
Me
because
neither.
I have my own art life, RuPaul, thank you, and I'm doing my thing and I'm busy. But also I love the show. And I'm interested in looking at it this year just because it's something different, like
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
observe.
He's
And
pushing buttons now, buttons that he needed to push years ago.
well, I also think like it's about evolving. You know what? And all of us are different people from the last year. We should shoot to be different from the last year.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but we also and even him like evolving and we evolve with the times. When he first started, questions of like who should be viable to enter the competition if you're
Mhm.
trans or if you're cis, you know, um, and next year maybe something else.
Mhm.
Maybe we
Mhm.
have a 10-year-old enter the competition. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Who knows? Maybe they might have RuPaul's Drag Race for kids because there's this kid named Desmond is amazing. He's a young kid. He labels himself a drag kid. He's amazing. He's amazing. You never met him before? Desmond is amazing. Maybe they'll do a RuPaul Drag Race so people like Desmond could compete.
No,
He's
wait.
well known.
So I see a comment here
I'll
from
take some
Elfie
out of
is that they open drag race around the world,
Yes,
and so I
everywhere.
wanna I'm gonna shed light on that. I didn't look into it.
Hello.
Happy New Year, darling. Um, but in the Drag Race UK, I learned they had the first trans man competitor.
Hmm.
So a person of transference male from female to male
Hmm.
who is a drag, and I was like, okay, that's great, and interesting. So yes, definitely, around the world, they're they're opening the
And
doors,
I'm happy that that's
and I think
happening.
I guess like with drag is we're learning that drag is an art form specifically,
Hmm.
and it's not going to be just like like many things like which is beautiful that once we have to pay respect. It was started by I think oh my god I don't want to say it may have been started by a born man, a person, a woman, and that's beautiful.
No, I
But
could tell you
the
because
fact
I've done research on that
the
years
fact that
ago.
it's just evolved to what it is now is like yes it should be there and it's important because we're evolving as people, right?
Hmm.
We're evolving as people.
Yeah, like I said, drag is an art now. Before I see drag as an art, I really do. And so a lot of
Well, of course
people
it's art.
from different genders
That's a
want to
given.
they want to try it. I'm like, go ahead, you want to go? Go ahead, do it.
No,
Just be
yeah.
good.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing this season this year, and seeing how this plays out. But kudos to all the contestants. We wish you the best and hope that And I tell you this, my drag queen friends who actually like or have been inspired and talking about entering for the past 10 years, these girls are no less talented than you. Like or you're no less talented than
You
these
know who
girls
I would love
rather.
to see
So I
compete?
think go out for the next year. Like there are so many avenues. Like really go out for it.
You know who I want to see compete? And she's gonna be in shock because I saw her name there. Larissa Dumont.
Was she here tonight?
No, no, not Larissa. Her daughter,
Who's her daughter?
Alexa Dumont, was in there. I saw her earlier.
Tonight?
Yeah, she
Go
was
ahead.
in
I'm
there.
looking. I don't.
So I would love to see Alexa Dumont compete there. I would like to see Larissa Dumont. I think she'll do amazing. There's a lot of girls that I know that will do really good there at Drag Race. Me, I'm too old. I could be a guest judge though.
No,
No, no,
don't.
no, no.
No,
I could be a guest. No,
no.
no, no, no. I mean, I could be a guest judge. I'm not gonna compete.
You are
I
negating our whole. You are negating our whole
no, 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 no.
conversation.
I'll be a freaking guest judge, and I will
Because wait,
because I thought they could
she
read
wants
my
to be.
bio.
She
This is
wants to be a guest judge because she wants to. But if you're 55 out there and you want to compete for RuPaul's Drag, go ahead and do it. She doesn't
no,
want to
no,
do
no. I
it.
don't want to do.
Her
I want to be.
preference.
No, I want to be on the
Well,
show
you
as a
go out
guest
there if you're
judge.
55 and want to compete.
No, I want to be on the show as a guest judge, not as a competitor. As a guest judge, I could do.
Anyway, we have a few minutes left. I want to move something really cute now.
Yes.
So something I said this week was right now, it's not new. I've seen it over the years,
Hmm.
but it's going around again.
Okay.
People are doing this 10-year challenge on Facebook and stuff. So basically, the 10-year challenge is like you post a picture from when you were one age to 10 years later
Hmm.
and showing like, oh, how good I still look. And so what I said this week is just like, if you're between the ages of 15 and 35,
Hmm.
you need to sit down. There's no 10-year challenge. Like, and because like you ain't changing that much. And unless like you were like really obese and lost weight or vice versa,
Hmm.
unless you were a person of trans experience, unless you were like on meth and recovered, or you were on meth for 10 years and now you look different. Like, sit down. There's no 10 years. There's not that much changing between 15 in those years. So I think like it's not viable for people to be like, they're 15 and now post their picture when they're 25. Like,
Jesus.
oh my God, look how good I look. Like, you are a child and now you're a grown person. Just like, sorry.
Did you do it? I don't remember if you posted something.
I would never do it because first of all,
I spoofed it though.
I'm not
I
that
spoofed it.
I'm not that vain.
Okay.
I really have more of value in me
Okay.
than to go online and have to solicit people to love me because I still look good in 10 years. Like I'm alive.
Well,
Like,
you look good since I first met you.
let me say something. Can I put the 45-year challenge? Bitch, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I got a job. I've kept a job for the past 25 years. Can I put that 10-year challenge?
Mhm.
Like, I don't care. Like, your waist is still a size 29. Because 10 years. Like, put a real challenge. Like, you know what? In 10 years, you know what? I got my master's degree. In 10 years, you know what? I bought a house and a car from whatever. Like
Mhm.
that's the 10-year challenge. I could care less. You're standing there holding your hip, poking your booty out, and think you're so amazing. Like it's just so weak. It's so shallow, and it's so the thing that we should not be gunning for. On
But that's what the young
social
people do.
media.
The young people do that. Once you reach my age, honey, you don't need to prove to anybody. The young generation, honey, enjoy your moment. When I was your age, there was no internet, no Facebook, no nothing. Enjoy your moment, honey, because when you be my age, you're gonna look back and you're gonna go, oh shit, I did that.
No,
You know
it's
what I'm
true.
saying? No,
It's
no,
true.
I'm the type of bitch that live and let live. You know what I'm saying? Live and let live. I worry about me, about what I do, my contributions, and keep it moving. I said as a person of my age, once you reach my age, then you will know what I'm talking about.
So like I know we were talking about 10
But,
years ago.
but I'll be like this. Look, I'll
I'm
be like this.
smart.
Look, I'm gonna be like this. Look, I'm gonna be like this.
I'm
bitch.
smart. Like
Joan Rivers
I'm
down.
smart. But that 10-year challenge is like just like such.
But you didn't
such
do it. You
nonsense.
didn't do the 10-year challenge.
I would never do it. I would never do it. Sorry, producer. What?
Oh,
Amen. Producer said a 10-year challenge with a bank account. So if you still like taking your $200 check from your minimum wage job and going out every weekend and buying Hennessy, which is like $100 a bottle for
It
a small
is.
one,
Oh, Lord
and then
Jesus.
buying some of the smoke, that's another $60 for like a little bit, and all you have is $20 left for your MTA card, and you can't pay your light bill, you got a problem, son.
Oh, that's not
Don't
good.
be doing the 10-year challenge.
That's not
Don't
good.
be doing the 10-year
That's
challenge
not
then.
good.
I don't care.
That is not good. But I love seeing when
We have 1 minute left.
so producer, thank you so much for doing this Zoom. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you, Apple, for opening your home to me.
Yes, man.
Thank y'all for persevering with us while we got things.
You want to
up
see my
today, 'cause
tree?
you
You guys want to see my tree?
It was challenging, but we love that you're all watching. Ricky, Pebbles, Enrique, Nash Hart, Larissa Dumont, Alexa Dumont, all the fans. Like, we thank you for watching us, because without the viewers, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, we can sit home and do this. So
exactly.
we love that. We love that.
And I enjoy doing this.
Donna
We should do it
Gary,
again.
happy 2022, everybody. Like, I call it, I coined it last week, 2020 do. Don't care what you're done, what you're doing. 2020 do. So this coming year, like, keep up with it.
Exactly. And motivate people. I know a lot of people that are locked down right now. They motivate me because they have this drive in their lives and they're doing things for the community. So if you never motivated anyone, go do it. I always say it's not about me. It's not about you. Just give back. I strongly believe
Absolutely,
that.
absolutely. Well, we love you. We
Thank you
all
for
love
tuning
all
in.
day.
Hold on, let me put this on.
To my lovers out there, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Charles Aloma, we should do this again. Next time I'll cook.
It's Kiki.
Salud! Happy New Year!
All of all day, babies. We love you.
Feeling like deja vu. Feeling like, feeling like it's feeling like deja vu. Don't know what to do. Should I let go of you? Deja vu. Don't wanna repeat of your love. I've had enough. Don't wanna repeat. You better prove to me tonight. Cause it's feeling like deja vu.